Hi everyone. Before we start building AI applications with LangChain, let's make sure our development environment is ready. In this video, we will install everything we need for the entire course. By the end of this video, you will have Python installed, Ollama along with a local model, LangChain and also JupyterLabs. And finally, then we will verify that everything is working fine so that you don't need to worry about the setup again. So now let us get started. First, we would go on to command prompt and check the Python version. Now we have multiple versions of Python installed on our machine. Okay. So we want to use Python 3.12. So what we do is we simply go onto the folder, open it in command prompt. Okay. And then we write py space hyphen 3.12 hyphen m venv and then the environment name. Suppose we want to say is environment LangChain. Okay. So as you are able to see, the environment is being created here. Okay, I would simply do a dir and we are able to see that the environment is created. To activate the environment, write the environment name slash scripts slash activate. Okay. So this one would activate the Python virtual environment. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to install the libraries for LangChain and Ollama. Okay. So what I will do is I would simply say pip install LangChain. So LangChain is the library that we would be using. The LangChain package provides the core framework. So now we need a package that we can use to so that our LangChain communicates with Ollama, right? So that package is pip install LangChain-Ollama. Okay. Now we need to install Ollama on our machine. So what you can do is you can just simply do a Google search of Ollama download. Okay. And then from here you need to click on this download for Windows and then a setup file would be there. Okay. So you just follow the simple instruction, you double click on the execution file and then Ollama would be installed. So how do we confirm if Ollama is installed or not, right? You just do Ollama hyphen version. Okay. So it is saying that the client version is 0.23.2. However, it says that it is not a running instance. So to run, we simply do Ollama serve, serve. Okay. So that would start Ollama. So it is all getting started on localhost. Okay. Yeah. So now if we go on to localhost and then 11434, you are able to see Ollama is running. Okay. So this confirms that Ollama is running. Also we get a interface also. So if you simply do like Ollama, right? And then from here you are able to download the models or use any of the existing one. Suppose you want to download Gamma 4, right? So what you do is, okay, you simply put Ollama pull and Gamma 4. Okay. So this would, we are basically downloading Gamma 4. Okay. If you check Ollama list, in this case, we don't have the model Gamma 4. Okay. So it is getting downloaded. Okay. So it is a huge setup. So might be I will just cancel it. So using this one, you would be able to download any of the models. You can go to settings, you can do sign in. Okay, and then you can sign in using Google. Okay, so I will just do the sign in. Okay, and then once you are signed in, you can also use the crowd models. So basically, if you look at all these models, okay, some of these models are like 5GB, Gamma 8B model. So they require your a GPU, VRAM basically. And if your hardware is not that much powerful, then you can use the crowd models. Example, Minimax M3 crowd. Okay. Okay. So now as we are signed in, we can use any of the crowd models. Okay. And so it won't be using the processing power from your machine. And also when you click on manage, you are able to check your usage. Okay. So it will give you pretty high usage, which you would be able to use for any of your R&D work or learning purposes, or even your college projects or small developments. Okay. So now we have LangChain installed and also Ollama is installed on our machine. Now what we need to do is we need to install Jupyter Labs. Okay, it is Jupyter Lab. PIP install Jupyter Lab. Okay, so as you are able to see, Jupyter Lab is also installed. After we have installed Jupyter Labs, we also need to have, a kernel which uses the same environment. So now let us do installation of kernel and create our own kernel for Jupyter Labs. So the very first step is pip install ipy kernel. Once we have installed kernel, we need to create our own kernel for the Jupyter Labs so that everything executes within the same environment. So the command is like python-m ipy kernel install username. So this would be the name of the kernel and this would be the display name. Okay. So I would be putting this command in the description also. And then we simply say enter and then it would get installed and the new kernel is created. Okay, so now what we do is we go on to Jupyter Lab. So for our kernel, the display name would be Python 3.12 in brackets my environment. Okay. So once you go here, see you are able to see here Python 3.12 my environment. So we select this one always. And then from here you are able to select the various kernels. So suppose this is the kernel which we have created, Python 3.12 in bracket my environment. Okay. So please make sure that you create kernel also. Okay. So as you are able to see, we are able to get the response. Congratulations, your development environment is now fully configured. From this point onward, every episode in the series will build on this setup. So you can focus entirely on running LangChain and building AI agents instead of troubleshooting installation issues. In the next video, we will start by understanding what an large language model is, how Ollama works, and why frameworks like LangChain are essential, and we would be creating our own agents. Thank you. If you have liked this video, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a complete playlist for learning LangChain from the very basics till creating complex agents.